Growing up, we always had to be busy. If my dad caught us taking a break, he would come in with a loud yell, making us jump out of our seats and run. Stress, as long as I can remember, was a way of life. So, as an adult, I made myself a very busy, stressful life. Always had a problem to tackle and rarely satisfied with the outcome. My husband handled all the household details, and because I was too busy, I didn't pay attention to what he did. So when he died, I went through stages. Now, I'm not talking about the stages of grief. This was different. Some call it widow's brain, but mine went a little deeper. At first, everything I wanted done to the house, I did. I blew through my entire savings account and more. And then things began to happen to this old house that I didn't plan on. And in the beginning, I would break down every time. The basement flooded. Then my dining room ceiling was hanging down, full of water from a leaking pipe. A few months later, a plumber was sitting at my table asking me if I wanted to repair this toilet or replace it, and I teared up. Other things happened, and every time my emotions got the best of me. The tears would flow, and I'd complain that I had never done this. I didn't know how, but I did it. And then the last few times, I sat myself down, calmed down, and turned it over to God. And even though I still got a little upset, God always provided, even in my ignorance in my finances. And then one night, during single digit temperatures, my kitchen sink backed up. Pipes had frozen and cracked inside the kitchen wall, leaking to the basement, and I didn't cry once. In fact, I found myself actually smiling as I spoke to the contractor. So, in this widow's brain school that I'd been in, God taught me the biggest lesson, and I received such a gift. I learned that all my life I had lived in fear. Fear of other people, fear of doing things wrong, fear of what people thought, fear of every circumstance, fear of the future. And I learned that fear makes you selfish. And my biggest lesson of all, faith makes you selfless. Faith makes you righteous in Christ. And then one day you look back and you can see how different you are. My self-righteousness had slowly faded, and God's righteousness was changing everything. Just by thinking more on Him and relying on Him, I knew that His ways were better. Faith helped me let go and lean on God in every circumstance. I chose to believe that God made me who He wanted me to be. God's peace brings patience when you let it go. I changed what I said, stopped thinking and speaking negatively. And oh, yeah, it may get a little bumpy at times, but I know God's got me, and I can make the right choice right there in the middle of my pain. It's easy to pray, worship, be happy when nothing is wrong. I've learned to live on the other side of my pain, and I can look around the corner and see how I would have reacted last year. But now, I'm taking the scenic route. Remember, you are always under God's hand, so every Ugg day is a hug day.